And here comes the Group 1 feature of the afternoon from Royal Randwick. The Spring Champion Stakes over 2,000 metres for the 3-year-olds race. First contested in 1971, Brad, and that's quite an honour roll.
Yeah, very strong honour roll, isn't it? It's been a great race over a number of years. Marto, Kingston, Town, Tie the Knot, Savabeel, It's a Done Deal, Montefilia, a superstar in her own right. There's been some stars that have won it.
Like Gator, you're tipping Tom Kitten, suited to 2,000 metres today after powering through the line in the gloaming last time out over 1,800.
Yeah, exactly right. And look, there's a few different opinions about this horse. Here he is as we pick up the replay. You'll see he was clearly the run of the race and should have won. One is he doesn't have the speed to sort of hold a position in run, but I don't think they've really tried. I think they've allowed him to get back and sort of find the line. I think if they show more intent on this horse, I think he could hold a spot easily midfield here, and if he does, he's awfully hard to beat. His run there was terrific, 2,006.
Most worried about the sole filly, Tuta La Vita, freshened him back to the trials.
Yeah, exactly. Look, she comes through the filly lead-ups to the Fly Stakes, where she's been good. She's been crying out for an extra trip, and she gets that here today. Raff Attack won that replay we just saw, the lead-up. Just 2,000 now with a little bit of a different setup. And Cap Farrar was great in that same race. Really hit the line powerfully. Still a maiden, but going great guts.
Rightio, Brad. Let's see what's happening with the bookmakers. Tom Kitten, 230 out to 245. Tuta La Vita, the filly, 650 into 550 back to 6. Raff Attack, 750 to 850 back to 8. Now $7.50. And there's a little nibble for Madatsu, number 10, interesting runner. $19 into 17, the former Kiwi.
Yeah, I liked him at Kembla last time out, and he got the job done for us there nicely. He looks a really progressive staying type. I'm assuming the Derby's next, and they've actually got him nominated for a Melbourne Cup. So I believe, hearing things, they're going to try to push on and get him there. So, look, he's different form here. He'd need to step up again, but when they're all clumped together out of the lead-up, sometimes that different form's really appealing, and that's why the market's gravitated towards him. Also, of course, trained now by Waller, and he's one of the best trainers of stays going around in the world.
Go to your best bet anywhere, Tom Kitten, drawing the inside new rider today. Where do you hope to see it in the run?
Yeah, well, I'm sort of thinking similarly to Brad. I thought they'd take a spot last time from a good draw, and no, they didn't. They still spotted them a good 10 lengths and just lost it on the point of the turn, still storms home. So from that draw, even if they can be within 5 or 6 lengths, it might be enough getting to 2,000 where he's still the strongest late.
So Tom Kitten is the favourite, Tuta La Vita and Raff Attack attracting good interest late to beat it with the bookmakers. For the Group 1 feature of the afternoon worth $2 million, first walks away with 1.15 for the Spring Champion. Here's Darren.
Longines moves in. Gambare going forward. Has plenty of early toe, Gambare. Brett Preble places him away. And the other speed runner, the stablemate Raff Attack, moves in. Here's the lone filly of the field, Tuta La Vita. 3 fillies have won the race, and all in the last 8 years. Ramble On and Ravello are the last 2. So Ramble On, the roughie, has been led in, and Ravello now to the outside gate. Here's the last to move in. For the Bowden Shandon Group 1 Spring Champion Stakes, the light is on. Our last Group 1 of the year, and they're off and racing. Tom Kitten jumped nicely off barrier 1. Gambari and the 4 going forward. Kintyre, glad you think so. They're all moving forward, and Port Lockroy moves into a prominent role. Raff Attack's not a pace factor at the moment, but now he's got the bridle and going forward, and Ravello's going with him as well. So it's Gambari in front. Now Raff Attack moves up on the outside, and Bayless will go all the way to the front. Raff Attack charges to the front now. 15 Love Early, led by 2 on Gambari. Ravello goes to 3rd, followed by Kintyre pulling now. Glad you think so is wound up 3 wide and has to go forward. And Tom Kitten parks midfield in advance of Port Lockroy. Then came the filly Tuta La Vita down on the rails from Longines, a length and a half Cap Farrar, and a gap back to Madatsu. And the roughie Ramble On's last of all. So it's Raff Attack. He worked a lead out by a length and a half. Glad you think so. Worked to a clear second. Then Gambare and Kintyre deeper out on the outside of Ravello. 2 lengths away to Tom Kitten, travelling strongly on the rails in advance of Port Lockroy. Further back then to Longines from Tuta La Vita. Cap Farrar between runners. 2 off to Madatsu, and Ramble On sees them all inside the 800 metres, and Raff Attack leads the way by a length to Glad You Think So. Gambare's at a cheap run on the fence. Kintyre deeper out, followed by Ravello. Then came Tom Kitten, who's gradually improving his position on the rails. Port Lockroy's come off the bridle. Then Cap Farrar and Tuta La Vida. The filly's right behind the favourite, although Hieronymus is coming well off the fence now on Tom, peeling forward as they straighten. Raff Attack with a bit of a kick. The stablemate Gambare giving chase. Tom Kitten rounding them up. So's Port Lockroy on the outside and Tuta La Vida running on. Tom Kitten got to the front. 200 metres to run and Tom's going strongly. Look at Tom go. 2, 3, 4 in front. Capra down the outside into second. But that's the best of Tom Kitten today. A much-deserved Group 1 victory. Tom Kitten won the Spring Champion in a cakewalk from Cap Ferrar and Gambare. Then came Tuta La Vida, a gap to Port Lockroy from Raff Attack. Further back to Rambalon, Kintar Ravello. Glad you think so. And Madatsu last in.
As Tom Kitten makes a one-act affair of the Group 1 Spring Champion Stakes off a lovely steer from Adam Hieronymus, who pockets his third Group 1. James Cummings snares his 42nd and the favourite dominates.
Yeah, well, that's what we've been waiting for, haven't we? We've been waiting for him to be ridden with a little bit of intent. He did today. Hieronymus got him to the outside and he blew them away. He should be probably out undefeated this preparation, but on the big day, on the stallion-making race, he gets there and he goes bang.
Dominant win to Tom Kitten in the Group 1 Spring Champion Stakes. Hard not to be impressed by that very quickly, Gator.
Yeah, classes above. I told you the tab, we're just holding our money.
2 beats 8, beats 3.